Howdy, howdy, everybody. Hey, Nikki. Hey, it's Nikki Santoro. Yeehaw. I know who that is. Hope y'all are having a great day. God bless you. Wow. Hey, check that out. Need to. Man, we're getting ready to go live here on Revolution Radio also. So come on down and join us. Revolution.radio. We're going to stream on the radio side, iTunes, TalkStreamLive.com, TuneIn, Shoutcast, Winamp, Accessify, Radiomi, Open Radio app, and many other places. In fact, shoot, I guess I better get over here and get ready to connect to the studio so I don't miss that too, because I've been known to do that. Oh yeah, did you ever go to start broadcasting on the radio and you say, "Oh shit, did I even connect? No, I didn't. Wait a minute, let me get on the radio." Yeah, shit happens. Anyway, so I hope y'all are doing out there, especially those up there in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. So, anyway, let me get. Oh, I know what else I needed to do. Hell, where is this crap? I never really, I'm a terrible self promoter. Okay, sorry, but I am. Um, you know, I sh- I should have gone. I should have. Where are we at? Okay, I'm all the way back over here. So I'm throwing out a few links here. It's 7:57. We're going to connect to Revolution Radio here in a minute. And anyway, so anyway, we're going live for 2 hours, and then I'm going to pop right out of here. And let me paste this link. And wow, I better, okay, 58. I can connect to this server a while. Yeah. So I hope y'all are having a great day. God bless you. Thanks for coming down. I'm here in the radio station in this here, by the way. I got a little cheap little cord. It's about all I can afford. But that's okay. Things are going to change. Got that feeling. My back is killing me. Anyway, I'm going to share. I got, there's things that I can do during the break while I'm on the breaks that I can do for you guys on YouTube that I can't do for them. One of them is show you that rack that I found when I was hunting for those dogs the other day, that skull and rack. Yeah. So that's one thing I'm going to do in the first break. I'm going to show that to you guys and say, hey, what do you think of this? Okay, let me get more organized here because if I don't, let me see, that's queued up. I got to make sure I got my little music queued up. I got to share my sound and stuff on Revolution Radio. And you know what else I haven't done? I haven't opened up the chat room over there at Revolution Radio. Oh my. Hey, how yeehaw. Let me type in there. Yeah, I gotta. Anyway, so I hope y'all are having a great morning everywhere. There's a comment in the Revolution Radio chat room. Yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. Thanks, Mecky and Dave. I don't know who was there with them this morning. Mountain Devil and Revolution Radio chat room. Oh, Net Effect is over there too. Wow, look at that. There's those lavender streams. And Zoe, she has there's be a show tomorrow morning, 6 to 8 a.m. Um, Z to Infinity. That's a pretty good show. And of course, 8 to 10 a.m. Wednesday, the Revolution in the Morning Show. 8 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, we really give them let's just say we give them what they need to get given. Okay. We don't hold many punches here, or at least I don't. Even though there are some, let's just say, I guess everybody has the right to have a voice. Oops. Shit. So, yeah, let me get a drink. Man. More than 5,000 people died, I think, in the earthquake, but we'll cover some of that news and we'll cover some of that, because we have to understand what all is going on. Hey, Mecky, good night over there in Australia. Yes, the host that was on right before this show on Revolution Radio, that's Mecky and Dave, and they're out of Australia. So you ought to come on down and check Revolution Radio out. Check out the schedule. And of course, they're listener supported. And hey, so am I. So tell your friends and neighbors to subscribe. Yeah. Yeah. So here comes my intro. I'm going to have to get my intro and then copy it down so I can, I don't know. So I can stream it and play it on the stream. Anyway, thank Monster and Nighthawk for that. God bless them. Whew, okay, so we get ready to go live here. Let me get my bookmarks. Chat room needs to be over here. I got this extra streaming tab here now. What's this? Oh, I know where that was from. Okay, and my bookmarks. So, wow. Okay. Let's get ready to ride. Yeehaw! There, I won't back down, Tom Petty, right now, just for a few seconds. I won't back down. I'm going to stand my ground. I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore. And there's nothing worse than a million pissed off rednecks. I'm just telling you. And everybody out here that's gaslighting us and pushing down our back, well, they're screwed because we are not going to take it anymore. That's right. We're going to stand our ground. We're going to make sure that we stay free. We don't fall into some idiocracy of technocracy where people are too stupid to even know that they're slaves. Even though we're near that point right now. Where are we at? Hey, we're at the intersection of stupid and retarded. The mainstream media, I think they've literally taken a chainsaw, one of those big meat cleavers, shock, to the intellect of the American people. And the schools, my God, man, the schools, ain't no education going up in there, is it? Do they have education going up in the schools? It can't be too good because they don't even know what bathroom to use. Man, I'm telling you. A world turned upside down. Yeah, see the what was that? The was it the Grammys or one of those award shows just the other night? Oh, I haven't even done my intro yet, have I? I'm sorry. I didn't even get into the hey, let's worship Satan in the open shit in Hollywood. Yeah, hey, this is Mitch. I'm streaming live on YouTube and live on revolution.radio. You can stream us also on iTunes, talkstreamlive.com, TuneIn, Shoutcast, Winamp, Accessify, Roku TV, many other places. All you have to do is pick up the Vocast stream at revolution.radio. Don't forget to check out the archives. They're free. They cost nothing. Yeah, that's because the great people like you support Revolution Radio. So if you can, become a member of our Patreon team and help support us, or help support me, and ask your friends to subscribe because, well, I do my shows 5 days a week and twice on Tuesday and tonight. Wow, tonight I hope it all works out, but I gotta come back. Gotta go to Roanoke or Salem, Virginia for a little while, and then I gotta come back here. I gotta fix the picnic table. Yeah, well, it sat so long the nails rusted out. Wasn't me, but anyway. So I can fix that real quick and be able to set my computer up. Actually have I have a 75-foot internet line running out the house, out the front there. I can plug right into if I have to. Also, I use the hotspot by one of my benefactors, Bill Johnson. But yeah, I appreciate everybody's help. Gosh, bless you guys, man. I'm telling you. It's things that got to change, and I've got to make some things, and you'll see my evening show because it's going to be, well, it's going to be a little different because it's all going to be outside. It's supposed to be nice today. Hey, 60 degrees, maybe. I mean, really. And we're going to start and put back together, and I'm going to make video clips, and most of the video clips and stuff I'm going to make in the live streams, I'm going to try to do a half an hour a day, at least, over on Locals. And I'm going to try to live stream all of these shows. So wherever they're going to be at, because, my location could always be, well, portable. Hopefully it will be, but we'll see how things work out. Once you see the kind of the project that I'm working on, you'll enjoy it. You'll laugh and you'll say, well, I didn't know it was that many people. I didn't know that was that many people that conspired against the President of the United States of America. That's why the Trump assassination files that are going live tonight, 8 to 10 p.m. Yeah, right against the big liar, Mr. Demented Joseph Biden. Yeah, remember, you ain't black. You won't vote for me. You ain't black. Yeah, that's right, Joe. Hey, I do remember that crime bill because remember, it cracked down on a lot of people, everybody, not just blacks in the cities, but even, marijuana smokers in the 1970s. How dare you? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, now it's like COVID. You got your COVID shot? No, I've got my COVID shot. What the hell's the matter with you? Well, can I smoke a joint? Oh, yeah, sure, no problem. But you better get your COVID shot. You better get that thingy thing. Oops, there goes my thing. Yeah, I keep running my mouth. But yeah, they lots of different news and information coming out today about everything. Scientists have demanded warning labels on some pharmaceutical stuff that doesn't last as long as it said it would. I don't know what that stuff is. I keep thinking it's all this other stuff, but that other stuff proves that it's not. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, it's just sheer coincidence. That's what it is. It just has to be just a sheer, absolute coincidence. The craziness of it, right? But yeah, hopefully those restrictions and those demands about certain types of medical treatments will subside and we won't have to, you know, be subject to them much anymore. There was a news story out of California where California has quietly, very quietly, according to the thank you, my friend, for reminding me over there to watch myself, right? Where is that news story? Dang, have it. But anyway, in California, masking, using one of those masks in the schools has been, quite the um, has been one of the requirements in schools, right? Now, California, in a story out of where coming as this news organization, the move was a reversal from Gavin Newsom's 2021 announcement. Anyway, state public health officials still say they strongly recommend vaccinating children and staff, but that and now any decisions to requirements should be properly addressed through the legislative process. Huh? What does that mean? I don't know. The Redlands Daily notes the education news site EdSource reported February 1st that the state would no longer pursue it, citing unnamed officials when the Bay Area News Group asked whether the state was dropping plans for the mandate. The California Department of Public Health would not directly answer, but did not dispute the EdSource report, noting that emergency regulations are not being pursued. And what does that actually mean for the thing or the of the? Yeah, I guess I never really knew that a spherical microbody could literally learn to identify as something else. I never I never knew that. I never knew a spherical round micro object. One of those little itty bitty bitty bugs. I never knew it. Thank God. Thank God for the government and Gavin Newsom telling me about all that. My God, man, I'm just shocked. The state's COVID-19 state of emergency will terminate later this month. And per the recent announcement by the federal government, the federal public health emergency will end in May. I guess this public health emergency had to end sometime. I mean, I really don't, I my opinion, my personal opinion, there was a overreaching paranoia of safety involved. And many people will just call it good old fashioned psychology and the brainwashing and actually getting the subconscious of the mind to acquiesce to commands and demands of the state no matter how ludicrous or how silly they might actually be, and including the word unscientific. Now, I don't know, in all honesty, if that is a banned word on YouTube. Unscientific. I don't know. I guess people have different levels of science too, right? I mean, caveman science, you spark some stuff together, you get a fire, right? Yeah, all right, caveman science. Uh, you know, I can't understand some of our science today. It's counterintuitive, maybe is the good word. But hey, never mind. I saw there was a news organizations were reporting that our friend, our Savior, our blessed Lord, Fauci, Dr. Fauci, has been reported on offering to do speaking engagements in health related and seminars and conferences as key speaker and stuff. Prices range from 50 to 100,000, for the half hour to an hour or whatever you need, right, of Dr. Fauci's time. And well, I can see people wanting to do that. I mean, he's a figurehead right now, and there are going to be questions about all of this. Now, the real ponderance, the real ponderance that all of us have to look at, the real question is, will the media even tell the truth? Because we know they lied about Trump-Russia collusion. We know that they know, and they know they lied about Trump-Russia collusion. And that's a serious problem. When the Democrat Party used a spy to infiltrate the FBI and smear Trump in coordination with Hillary Clinton. And I asked this question many times. When did you know Hillary Clinton had hired a foreign national spy named Christopher Steele to infiltrate the FBI and smear Trump with these so-called lies of this dossier? When did you know that Steele was Hillary Clinton's puppet, hired through a fake, a crooked law firm? I call Perkins Coie and what they've done in the political field to be nothing less than organized criminal activity, and then hiding it with federal judges that won't even look at the stuff, saying that, oh, Perkins Coie and Fusion GPS and Mark Elias and Michael Sussman and DARPA and all of that, organized conspiracy against the candidate and then president of the United States of America. Now, if that's not a problem, I don't know what the hell is. The real problem is the media and the government industrial complex that is essentially run by the New World Order and the Uni Party. They can't destroy the Republican brand and they can't destroy the Democrat brand. So they have to protect it. I don't know if it would even happen. But, like I said before, if you wanted to have a third party that could be organized and would be not be organized around a figurehead, more of a grassroots third party. Trump could lead that party. And I believe Robert Kennedy Jr. would also be, would be the, I've said this before. I just, for some reason, I think they'd make a good pair for president and vice president. Okay. But anyway, that's me. But Trump Russia collusion, we're going to get deep into that. And we're going to talk about the multiple dossiers as we put all of this information. Now we're going to start with these lists of names and put all of them on the rolling billboard, the Obamagate rolling billboard. So yeah, it's something that's well, anyway, it's something that needs to be done. And well, I guess, I'm the one that does that shit. Just like going out there and finding my neighbor's dog. I don't know. There's people that talk about it, and then there's people that try to do it. And I'm trying, but man, I'm telling you, I'm doing 6 new things at one time. It's like Disneyland. And I'm sorry, guys, but my back is really banging. Well, I should say my kidney. So yeah, there you go. Hey, let's get to some other news and information. Where are we at here? Dun 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 dun. Doctor Doom, yes, the Doctor Doom who warned about the crash, the housing crash, right? Says increased weaponization of the dollar threatens the U.S. hegemony. That's right. The U.S. using the SWIFT banking system, our trade system, and of course the U.S. dollar as a weapon against Russia and China and anybody else who would stand against the West. Because if you stand, who was it the other day? Was that Glenn Greenwald or somebody was repeating a quote from somebody? It was something I heard. With the U.S., if you're their friend, they smack you upside the head, or if you're their enemy, they attack you. But if you're their friend, you just eventually die. And that's pretty much how this takeover was in Ukraine by the United States of America. And now we've used the dollar, and we're losing the isolation of the petrodollar, and we're seeing the rise of the dollar for the yuan or yuan petrodollar, and the yuan, I guess it would be renminbi oil swaps, ruble oil swaps, and gold, and so it's diversifying. And as it diversifies, the U.S. is getting weaker. So the U.S. is trying to exert its military power, and it's these people are really stupid. I mean, really, they're talking about essentially sending NATO troops in because the Ukrainians are getting their butt kicked. Doesn't matter if you have the weapons, you have to have manpower, and you have to be able to sustain manpower that has of men that can operate the equipment and maximize its use. Otherwise, they just go out there and do it once or twice, get blown up. And that's the modern day battlefield too, because it is changing itself. Yeah. Anyway, so I guess the winter offensive is getting ready to start. Over the last few days, there's been calls of use of weapons of mass destruction, of some kind of chemical weapons attack by the Ukrainians that have been literally making Russians sick. Yeah, it's sheer crazy. It really is. So here we are, man. I'm telling you. So yeah, it's nutso, man. So Russia has accused Ukraine of using chemical weapons. That's a problem. We know the U.S. had their allies in Syria use chemical weapons. Al Nusra, ISIS, were launching those cans of Syrian gas. There was several that were captured in Turkey. Oh, I remember that. Don't you? Where'd they come from? They came from Libya. Libyan sarin gas stockpiles. Yeah, that good old Hillary Clinton had thrown away. All right, hey, I hear the break on Revolution Radio, and then we'll get over here on the stream, and we'll do a little more show. Hey, everybody on the stream, how you doing? I hope you're doing well, man. Oh heavens, to Murgatroyd. Okay, so the other day, my neighbor's dog had torn his lead and had left, and when a dog has a 30 feet of cable wrapped around him, when they go through the woods, they get tangled up on everything. And sometimes the dogs hang themselves and they get stuck in another pack of dogs or coyotes around here, or even a bear. Maybe I'm probably not a bear, but I'd be really aggressive or whatever. Okay. We don't have hogs, or bad hogs, I should say, here. So I was walking out through the woods, checking out this thing, trying to I hear the doggy yelping here and there, and so I'm going way out through the woods, and I'm telling you, it was wow. I come down over the hill and down into the bottom, and here, this baby, check that out. It doesn't look really big in the pictures that I posted online. It doesn't look, because I just posted the picture on the floor. So you guys, God, I hope you can see it. You guys are getting you guys are getting the picture view of it now. So check that out. See, this is when you're not on, when you're seeing this. If you're not on Revolution Radio, you're not seeing this. Yeah. So check that out. That's what I found when I was walking through the woods looking for my neighbor's dog. And the whole carcass was there at the house, or the whole carcass was down in the weeds itself, is down in the weeds. And that was probably halfway. Yeah, it's probably halfway to where I found the dog. But I did find the dog, and I used my cell phone, and I called somebody that says, "Hey, come get us." I ain't walking back in the dark because the sun was just going down, and I had my cell phone, but I didn't want to walk through all the briars and the creek and all that. So yeah, I got to check the. I got to check the. There it is, right there. See, boy, we got that set for the intro for Revolution Radio. Let me start and share my stuff back. Get over here onto my bookmarks and pull up some some news stories. Yeah, because I was one of the things I don't. Maybe I should just make this part do really exclusive stuff on the YouTube during the breaks. That'll really screw them up. Yeah. Hey, remember years ago when the United States government secret word had come out that the United States government, oh, we're coming back. I'm going to talk. Was planning on talking about this during the show, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to find bits and pieces of information to give you guys that they don't get on radio. That'll fix them. I'll teach them to listen on into the stream. Hey, thanks, Bernays Sauce. Yeah, hope y'all are doing well, man. I'm telling you. Ah, shoot. So let me get over here, get ready to streaming my stream. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, I've seen and experienced a lot of different stuff in my life, man. I'm telling you. You can easily do 3 minute shorts. In fact, I could do those shorts and cut them out and make them shorts and put them on YouTube, right? Anyway, we're going back to the studio right now. Hang on here. Yeehaw! Yeah, all right. That's Plain Creek Fisher. This place called USA. That's I like that song. Wow, gotta get a drink. That's right. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Come on down and join us on Revolution Radio, iTunes, TalkStreamLive.com, TuneIn, Shoutcast, and YouTube, where we're streaming live. Hey, remember that story I talked about the other day when I found those horns? Well, that's one thing I did on YouTube. On the break, you guys are listening to the break. I was showing everybody those horns. So if you want to see them or you want to hear special pieces of stuff, insights or news and stuff that I've come across, yeah, tune in to the YouTube stream during the breaks at least. Come on, subscribe and don't forget, listen to everywhere. Revolution.radio. Yeah, so as I was talking about during the break, the Russians have accused the Ukrainians of using weapons of mass destruction, some kind of chemical weapon on their troops. Well, the United States of America, I never finished this if I was getting into the, was we got to the break, right? So I had to hold off because I didn't want to break it up in the break. So it was broken. Anyway, okay. A story had come out many years ago about the United States of America using nerve gas to wipe out a village of about 140 to 160 American deserters that had fled the battlefield, so to speak, and had went into the jungle and had set up a camp in I thought it might have been neighboring Laos, but I'm not 100% sure. Laos or Cambodia. And I guess there were not only, they had taken girlfriends and I'm sure families and wives or whatever, and had, children. I don't really know about the inner workings of that group of deserters that were, whether they had just decided to be pacifists and not fight, or they abandoned the war and were so disillusioned by the, General Westmoreland's idiocracy in Vietnam. But anyway, here's here's a revelation. Now I had heard this on the news or on some website somewhere about something that there had been secret documents that had been found that the United States had used sarin gas or nerve gas on these troops that had deserted and had essentially wiped them all out, and then brought them back and had covered it all up, right? Well, about that time, I was living in Roanoke, Virginia, and my neighbor guy lived across the alley, Fred. Yeah, Fred W. Carter. Now he was a master sergeant in the Air Force, and he expressed a lot of regret for Vietnam. He really, he prayed for forgiveness for some of the things that they did, because he knew what he was not only loading on those airplanes, you know, um, uh, but I don't want to say it, he knowingly participated in some of this stuff. I mean, he knew what was going to happen. He knew what the munitions or the gases or whatever you want to say was they were putting on those planes. And wow. And I went over and I was talking to Fred, and I said, "Hey, Fred, did you hear they had found some classified documents that claim we did such and such to this village?" And I'm pretty sure it was Laos. And he looked at me, and his jaw just dropped. And he just, man, he's like, "Oh my God, yeah." He says that happened. I said, "Well, I don't doubt it, Fred." And it's just wasn't long after that, that story just completely got pulverized from the internet. Couldn't find it anywhere. But you know, Fred was a good guy. Yeah. Anyway, one of the things that's happening right now is, yeah, cleanup, rescue, and how should we say it? Mm, Searching for victims of the earthquake in Turkey, where now death toll is officially more than 5,000. Hundreds and or thousands of buildings literally completely collapsed on themselves. I saw some video clips. Man, I'm telling you. I saw some of these video clips, man. I'm telling you. I, oh my God, man. You're standing there in the building that's, like to the left of you, it literally is coming down like it's imploding right on itself. Oh man, people in there sleeping. It's 3 a.m. in the morning when it hit over there. To be, we always say in the morning, but that's to be more specific. 3 a.m. their time, man, they people are sleeping. There was one video clip of a dog out there howling, right before the earthquake. Yeah. Oh well, they're saying 4:17 a.m. Nah. Yeah. Anyway, so the city where it hit, at 17-kilometer depth, a city of 2 million people. Yeah. Anyway, the earthquake and its aftershocks were felt as far away as Greenland and in Denmark. Also, another earthquake struck southeastern Turkey, another 7.5. So the shaking. Anyway, so yeah. So we're still kind of, they're still digging out. They're trying to still figure out who's missing and who is not. Mm, that's a really, that's a really sad thing. So yeah, it's sheer crazy, man. I'm telling you. Hey, thanks over there in that YouTube chat. Hey, look at that YouTube chat. Bernays Sauce and Nikki Zantoro. Yes. No. So come on down. I hope y'all are doing well. Wow, man, I'm telling you, it's a lot of stuff going on. New York City. Hey, here's one for you. Remember, it was just weeks and months ago. It seemed like, well, it seems like only yesterday that Governor Abbott down there in Texas and Governor DeSantis down there in Florida. It just seemed like yesterday that where were they? Oh, I know. They were putting migrants who wanted to go to New York City on buses and provided a ticket and a ride and lunch and supper in some cases to get the whole way there, even maybe a night stop at a hotel. Package deal. Now, Governor, excuse me, of course, Governor Hochul, I haven't heard her say one word about this yet. And New York City Mayor Adams. Yes, if you haven't heard, they had to evict. That's right. He said they had to evict the illegal migrants out of a hotel in New York. And they were upset, and many people were upset because of the homelessness, the drugs, the threats against the people themselves, and just the feeling of unsafe in New York. Damn, an illegal immigrant's even unsafe in New York. That can't be good. That can't be a good, tourism poster. Unsafe in New York. Bring your bodyguard or your body bag. But hey, here's what happened. Mayor Adams said, "Oh, fine, fine. You don't like New York hospitality, where we whoop you upside the head. We treat the rest of the world that way. So why can't New Yorkers treat people that way? And not all New Yorkers. But anyway, get this. Mayor Adams said, I know what we'll do. We'll just bring out some more money and we'll give them bus tickets to Toronto, Canada." Yeah, I guess in an immigration swap deal. I don't know how else they would do it or whatever. Justin Trudeau, I guess, has willingly said, "Yeah, man, I'll take those illegal immigrants off your hands. Come on, send them up here. Send them up here. No, we're gonna send them up to the Maid of the Mist. Okay, put them on the Maid of the Mist. Take them to Niagara Falls, man. Yeah, Niagara Falls. Take them to Niagara Falls. Put them on the Maid of Mist, and then take them across to the dock on the other side and say, "Here you are. Welcome to Canada. Look, you got to see Niagara Falls, and you got to Canada." Ah, gosh, yeah. Don't worry, man. We'll have Boomer Jr. up there in a heartbeat taking care of the Canadian border. Yeah, anyway. Oh, gosh, it's just sheer crazy, isn't it? Mayor Adams in New York. And all the remember how the fake liberals complained about when they sent them to Martha's Vineyard or Nantucket or wherever the hell it was, and all the rich liberals said, "Oh hell no, man! We had enough illegal immigrants. We're all full up on maids and and pool boys, and besides, it's winter. Nobody's here. Everybody's living in where it's all warm. Yeah, yeah. It was the fall. I guess season just coming. It's liberal normalcy bias." Yeah. Ah, man, I'm telling you. So Mayor Adams sent illegal immigrants to Canada. New York wasn't far enough north. Hey, we could have sent them to Chicago. Can't we just send them to Chicago? How about Northern California? Yeah, how about Northern California? No, I won't say what's going through my mind. I better shut up. Mind, be quiet. Hey, meanwhile, after that giant egg farm in Connecticut just whoosh up in smoke, right? Well, magically, on the other side of the world in New Zealand, New Zealand's largest egg farm kills 75,000 hens. Um, yes, they had another fire halfway around the world. Man, I'm telling you, you know, there is something awful strange. All this spontaneous chicken combustion. I'm telling you, maybe it's just a gas that they put in the foods, and then you have magnesium, from one chicken that gets lit by some other source from another chicken, and next thing you know, you have Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? I mean, come on, man. Now, shouldn't Kentucky Fried Chicken be sending me buckets of chicken about now, right? Anyway, oh my God, that is just yeah. So the problem is you need to grow your own food. Um, of course, it's come out that there's the protein in the chicken yolk, egg yolk, right? The egg yolk, the yellow part, is said to have some effect on this thing, something that is like a pointy subject, a pointy thing. Can you say the S word? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I already got one warning, and I've already kind of made up a little bit in this beginning. I kind of said the forbidden word fruit. Yeah, forbidden word fruit. Oh my God. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to make these words that they censor and these ideas, they're going to make them like the forbidden fruit that all the rebellious people go to. That's what they don't realize. The psychology of their own idiocracy is it goes against them as they try to dumb people down, but then they have to have them smart enough to understand the concepts of the psychology of the psychological concepts that they're indoctrinating them into. It's oh my God, it's madness. It's madness. Ah, man, I'm telling you. Well, meanwhile, just weeks after the United States has announced that zero, none, nothing. Yeah, we couldn't find any kind of nothing wrong with the billions of dollars that we sent to Ukraine. The United States government has said, no, 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 we have not found any evidence of malfeasance, of money being stolen or misused, or for it's not its known or original purpose. Yeah, but what the hidden language there is essentially the purpose. The purpose is sending money to Ukraine is to essentially cycle 10 to 20% of it back to the United States of America through first, second, and third parties, whether it be government officials, military industrial complex, or just good old baked beans and bullshit. Yeah, it's sad, sad state of affairs. I'm telling you. What else we got here going on? Let's see. Dun 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 dun. I can't touch that one. Well, maybe okay. We'll do this one now. Understand what we're going to be talking about, please. Experts want labels for the big company and companies that make the jibby jabby thingies to be updated to acknowledge the limitations of the thingies. A coalition of experts is calling for U.S. officials to update the blankety blank blank blankety blank 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 to acknowledge limitations to clinical trials, including stating clearly the phase 3 trials that led to the clearance did not provide evidence of efficacy against death. Incomplete, inaccurate, and misleading labeling of any blank, 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 blank can negatively impact the health and safety of Americans, with global ramifications considering the international importance of FDA decisions. Peter Doshi, an associate professor at the University of Maryland School of Pharmacy, whose expertise includes clinical trials, and 8 other experts, wrote in a petition. Well, imagine that. The group, known as a coalition advocating for adequate labeled medicines, sent a petition to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, which authorized a blankety blank 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 in late 2020 and approved them in 2021. The experts note that the clinical trials that led to the authorization were not designed to determine and failed to provide substantial evidence of blankety blank blank efficiency against blank blankety blank transmission or death. As evidence cited the FDA's review memorandums, which said in part the data are limited to assess the effect of the blankety blank blank against transmission of its blankety blank, blessed God, from individuals that are infected despite, I can't say it. Even today, the FDA says on its website that the scientific community does not yet know if blankety blank blank will reduce such transmission. It's clear. We do have clear transmission of effing bullshit. Inaccurate, ineffective, blankety blank blank blank. Yeah, it's just like that. You can't say it. How dare you say it? Yeah. Living in the USSR, where I know you know that we know that you know I know that we know you know. But how dare you say you know that we know you know you know we know? Because if you know and we know, and then they know that we know you know I know, then, well, why don't we know? Or why don't we say? Yeah, it's like in East Germany. Remember after East Germany fell and the protesters were screaming and hollering as they marched down the street, freedom, freedom, freedom. And as they got to where the East German Stasi police station, whatever the hell it was, they all got quiet when they walked by it. But after they got like 50 yards by, they started yelling again. Is that where we're at with the Democrat Party, with the Republican Party, with the idiocracy that we live with and we have here in America? The stupidity of it all. Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? We living in a dream world. Well, it's more like a nightmare. Hey, have you seen our health leaders? Men dressed as women? They say it's normal. So much for mental health in America. Remember, wear your mask. Wear your mouth diaper. Don't you have potty mouth? Boy, I could see. I imagine that's going to be a trend for kids. Little Johnny, put your mask on. You got potty mouth again. We heard you what you said. Put your mask on. You got potty mouth. Yeah. And stand them in the corner and give them a good whooping. No, you got to put your mask on. Yeah. Signifies your silent obedience. We'll be right back on Revolution Radio, and I'm going to continue on YouTube. Yeah, hey everybody, we're off Revolution Radio. Now I got to do my little setup thing here real quick. Get ready for the next intro from the 9 o'clock hour. And yeah, that's some pretty good stuff. So how you guys doing? Man, I'm telling you, I gotta jump right out of here and get right on the road right after this show. And then I got to get back here and try to get the computer broke down, um, set up, and moved out around. My friend Australian Paul is trying to call in on the break. But yeah, God bless you, Paul. Let's see if we can find them. Trying to look over here and do this thing. There's one. There's the one I like. I like Black Sabbath War Pigs. I think that pretty much is a good example of where and oh dang nabbit. Okay. Yeah, I clicked on the wrong. Let me get this paused. Should be one more time. I think that's it. Anyway, hopefully it'll be close within a second or two. Hopefully that'll be enough. Hopefully it's not smack right up against it. So when it first comes in, you don't hear it. So anyway, yeah, Australian Paul wants to join. Boy, it's evening over there in Australia. So yeah. In fact, heck, I'm gonna drop off radio and he can have it, and I'll do I'll do on here. But that'll really screw people up over it. Yeah. Hey, Bernays Souls. Hey, Nikki. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, man, sometimes I get my the chat box over there on that side. Hey, what else we got going on here? Hell, I don't know. Let me see. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, here. So I don't know how well you guys can see it. There we go. Well, it's backwards, isn't it? Yeah, because you're looking at it backwards. But that's how the layout on the side of my trailer is going to be, the Trump assassination files trailer. So as um, as I as I lay it all out, I've got to put some more lettering across the top. I'm going to put big rows of names across the side. I have the spy lists of all the people that acted as spies. I put that on the back. Now, see, you guys are getting kind of a preview of what's I'm doing tonight. Is setting up outside, right at the trailer, and I've got these, I've got these big ass magic markers for doing boxes and stuff, and I can put that stuff on there. And if I have to, I can kind of erase it or take it off, or it'll fade away. And now that has its advantages and disadvantages, obviously, um, but it's easy. So yeah. Anyway, so that's some of the stuff we're gonna do tonight, or this afternoon, or this evening, I should say, 8 to 10 p.m. I did it to 10. It's kind of a lot late, isn't it? Yeah, I don't even know if I'll be able to do it outside. I'm just sitting here thinking about that. But as the moon's up, if the moon's up, it doesn't get dark till about 5 in the morning now. So anyway, maybe that might not work. I'm just realizing at 8 to 10, it's kind of dark out there, isn't it? But we can set up my board and right here, and we can do some stuff on the board. Hey, everybody, welcome back. It's the Revolution in the Morning Show, 2 for Tuesday. Yes, General in their masses. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not a singer by trade, evidently, right? So anyway, I hope y'all are having a great day. Welcome over here on YouTube. Come on down and join us. Yeah, so I'm streaming live on revolution.radio. It's simulcasting on YouTube. So remember to change the world today in this time of universal deceit. It's up to you to make the difference. How much idiocracy have you put up with? I know I've put up with too damn much, and it's coming to an end. Yes, it's coming to an end. The brainwashed idiocracy in my mind, and I'm casting off all the dumbasses, all the idiots, and well, I don't know how far. I better be careful because I might get the bends from rising too fast, so to speak. But yeah, things are going to change, and as they always do, they change everywhere all the time. Welcome back, everybody. It's 2 for Tuesday. Revolution Radio. Just wanted to tell you guys, I'm streaming live on YouTube if you didn't know. Over there in that Revolution Radio chat room. Uh-oh. All right. All right. Hey, we even got a hey, there it is. There's the link. Is this on YouTube now too, Mitch? Absolutely. They're fleeced in the Revolution Radio chat room. Sheared Sheep is in there. Comment with Mitch redacted. Yeah, let's see. Net Effect and Mace and all over there. Popsicle Toes on Revolution Radio's chat room. Yeah, so come on down and join us. Driver Dan, good morning, my friend. Good night, Mecky, Dave, and everybody else who jumped off here at 9 or 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, that's Australian evening time too. So remember that. So God bless you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Come on down and join us. I hope you're doing well. Wow, where should we get? Oh, I guess. Oh, gosh, I keep forgetting to do my real kind of my intro thing, which I should do a pitch for revolution.radio. Come on down, check out the schedule, see the people you like. And if you like what I'm doing, I'm here 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And I'm going to be doing regular live streams on YouTube as long as my strikes hold out. I don't know how else to say it. I wish I had a cat had 9 lives, but hey, I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh my God. So anyway, I hope y'all are doing well. So come on down and join us, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, don't forget to donate to Revolution Radio if you can. Remember that they are listener supported and commercial free, same as I. So yeah, and still alive. I'm gonna post that over back on Facebook and Twitter because on Twitter, oh my gosh, it goes the number of posts everybody has and sees. A lot of it gets buried, so there you end up with all kinds of stuff, man. I'm telling you. Anyway, so yeah, don't forget tonight. Oh, look at that. I didn't capitalize Franklin. Oh, I thought I had. Anyway, that's okay. No big deal. God, they're going to kill me for a typo. Well, some of those word Nazis would. What do Barack Obama and Alexander Vindman have in common? Both traitors to America. Hmm. They're both communists. Well, no shit. Oh, he was born in the communist Soviet Union. Vindman was, but here's the thing, right? Um, he was 3 years old when they came to the United States. I mean, it's their mom and dad and everybody else who kept them in that psychology of thing. Oh, I got to file this over here for tonight's show. Something from Stephen McIntyre. Always lots of great information that he brings forth. Durham wanted to exclude email chains that revealed the information on FBI investigation of DNC hacked by Elvis Chan and others. Yeah, so, listen, as you should realize by now that John Durham is just a cleanup and cover up man. And that, any investigations that will make any kind of fruit and headway are going to have to be done, at the state attorney general's level to shake open the cans and the worms and to, well, let the dead bodies fall out. It's unfortunate. It's just true. Let's see. We talked about the labels on those little thingies that they get the other thingy out of. Yeah, I gotta close these. We talked about the Ukraine defense minister. I talked all around it, I guess. But the fate of the Ukraine defense minister is still unclear, as the person who handled the billions of dollars that the U.S. and other people sent them, he has, let's just say, he's been padding his pockets. Now, remember, Ukraine, they estimate that 70% of whatever aid and whatever is sent there is lost to theft, grift, and just government waste. 70%. Yes, the Rothschild family offers to take flagship bank private in a $4 billion deal. Well, they already own the other half of the banking system. They control the Federal Reserve. So what real difference would it make? Yes, Chicago Brew pointed out a little bit ago. I wasn't looking there. Well, we might as well make that the 911 moment of the morning, because that's right. Every morning We talk about 911, 911. Look, where's crooked? Where's the crook? Besides most politicians in governments. Yeah. Um, Chicago Brew just sent me a note, and I thought about this, and I didn't say it, but Adams should be, is officially a human trafficker, right? I mean, he essentially, he accused, DeSantis and um, Abbott down in Texas of human trafficking, right? Even El Paso, Texas, got accused of. That's the Democrats were accusing them of other Democrats. Now Mayor Adams says, "Hey, man, let's ship them to New York." Yeah, the problem is they might try to walk back after they find out how nice it is in Canada. And then as soon as the migrants get into Canada, and then somebody will say something like, "Man, this is horrible. I just want to kill myself." And them good old Canadians, they'll step right up and say, "Oh, welcome to Canada. Do you need assisted suicide tourism visa?" Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, that could be one of the biggest businesses in Canadian history. Yeah. The Jack Kevorkian Memorial Death Visa. That's right. It's a suspicious though. It makes the Department of Homeland Security in the United States really, really suspicious. You know why? Well, because you're only getting a one-way ticket and you might not even be taking luggage. Holy shit. Where is the government when you need it? Oh, they're okay. They're here to kill themselves. Come on in. I mean, oh God, yeah. Hang on a second here. Uh Whoops. Okay, here I'm gonna I might have to take a call here. um Maybe. It just depends. If I do, I'll leave the room just because this microphone's pretty good, and it's kind of a personal private call. Um so anyway, yeah. Oh man. Okay. Well, we'll try it. He knows. I guess we'll. Well, no, I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to answer it and drop off the others. You guys over there can't hear. Oh, huh. Mhm. Hey. Anyway, so there's not many people or anybody's. I drop off air real quick to get everybody. So, hey, my friend, how you doing? How can I help you? Okay. Oh, no, I wanted to tell you I dropped off Revolution Radio, but I'm streaming on YouTube at the same time. I've started this past weekend. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I really never, you know, God bless you, brother. I just dread sometimes when you call because I'm thinking something else in my mind, and you know, but yeah. Well, we're trying. Oh, oh, I know. Oh, absolutely. I just get tired of the faces that people wear in the world. Uh huh. Hey, Revolution Radio is probably mad. They got dead air. That's all right. I don't care. They'll have to hold on a second. Ah, but yeah, my kidney, my back's been hurting a little bit. Yeah, so it is what it is. Oh yeah, I'm shoot. Hey, you got 100,000? Well, I'm trying to buy this piece of land next door, and I wanted to make like a veterans home out of it, and it'd probably be about $800 a month payment, which you gotta think is not is easily handleable, but handed, you know. And I just gotta try it because doing Revolution Radio and concentrating on it, and after my kind of collapse with sleep apnea, you know. This kind of rebuilding and re-strengthening, and now this is, man, it's yeah, it's uh, yeah, yeah. Well, if you live a life that isn't in a little shell and in your own gilded prison, you will always um, you always be unprepared and overwhelmed. So no regrets. No regrets. I'm gonna get that tattoo. No regrets. Yeah, that sound okay. No regrets on the tattoo. Yeah, that's just because the tattoo artist had regrets that he went didn't go to English class. Learn to spell those words, son. Oh gosh. But anyway, Warren, let me jump off here, my friend. God bless you, brother. Take care, and your mom and dad too, please. Bless you. That's good. God bless. All right. Bye bye. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So here we cheated Revolution Radio out of 5 minutes. I thought it was going to be maybe possibly something else. Anyway, hey, come on. There it is. Hey, sorry about that. That was a call I had to take. It wasn't the emergency call that I thought it might be, thank God. But yeah. Um, Anyway, thank you for your patience over there on Revolution Radio. And yeah, we are back. But if you didn't know, we were live streaming the whole time. You couldn't hear my conversation in my ear, but you could hear what I was saying back. Anyway, hey, all right. Hey, how you doing there, Northeast Slingshot? Hey, howdy, Northeast. Dang. Yeah. Anyway, I hope y'all are doing well. Oh, man. Boy, I'm telling you, man, my back has been aching here the last couple days to the week. It's been a little, well, it's been what it is. All right, let's get back here to news information that you guys need, that you guys can use. And I apologize again for that disruption. That spy balloon they shot down over the ocean 6 miles out. Yes, 200 feet of water, 600 miles out. The military and everybody else now says, well, um, it could have explosives on board. Hey, didn't we talk about that? I mean, it doesn't take a military genius to think, well, they're going to send a spy something over, or they're going to have an airplane or a weapon system that they don't want the enemy to get. Hey, man, they just put a dead man switch in it somehow and have it configured to where if there's a catastrophic failure of some kind, it just, you know, fries everything or blows it all up. Now, what they didn't tell you was that this instrument package was, the size of a Volkswagen bus, and then it had a big long spy stack, or a long stack of panels and antennas. Yeah. But what they're really not telling you is, they found what, two Chinese police stations in New York City. They have Chinese police stations everywhere. The Chinese are flying their little dinky dinky big drones and dinky drones everywhere, right? Remember, here's the really funny and pathetic part about all this. Even after 9/11, there were Japanese or Chinese scientists flying in and out of Canada with biological samples in their suitcases, sometimes on carry on, sometimes not. But I want you to just think about that. It's stupid on steroids, isn't it? Yeah, it really, really is. Really, really is. Italy's Prime Minister Giorgio Meloni is a rebuke to EU bureaucrats and the European mainstream media. That's right. She is essentially turning into Europe's Donald Trump when everybody tried to paint the the French woman as the Trump kind of mega candidate. But every country, because they're an independent country in Europe, can have their own mega candidate, their own make France great again, their own make Italy great again. Oh, we already had Angela Merkel and the European Union make Germany great again. Because remember, this whole stage of puppets in the European Union are all built around one thing: a strong, making and keeping Germany strong. Essentially, the same thing that the German industrialists wanted from that Herr Heiler guy. Yeah, the guy that used the American Bellamy salute. Oh, most Americans don't know what the Bellamy salute is. It was a salute that was written to go along with, well, the Pledge of Allegiance. That's right. It was a hand thrust forward with this down. I mean, literally, that's what the Bellamy salute is. It's idiocracy. And, American school children were saluting the flag like that, if you weren't aware. But because that topsy turvy clown guy in Europe The brown shirts guy. Um, they yeah, it became unpopular. So we just put our hand over our heart. Yes, to crazy, isn't it? Yeah, the psyops and the psychology of it all. Since Elon Musk launched the Twitter Blue, where everybody can get their own check mark for $8 if you buy it directly from Twitter, and $11 if you get it on the Apple app. That's right. Why is that? Well, the Apple app actually costs more to run and more to use, and they charge a premium price. So, yeah, it's sheer crazy. Let's see what else we got going on here. Upstate Catholic school students have been kicked out of the Smithsonian Institute for wearing pro life beanie hats. Really? Pro life beanie hats. When did this crap happen? Greenville, South Carolina, a civil lawsuit could soon be filed against the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C., accusing employees of kicking out several upstate students for wearing the pro life hats. Multiple students, there's the break. So they kicked them out for wearing a hat. Well, if they had a pink pussy hat on, they wouldn't have cared. They had a big vagina that looked like an oyster on their hat, they wouldn't have cared. But if it says save a baby, how horrendous to liberals. We'll be right back on Revolution Radio this time. Hopefully, we'll stay. Hey, everybody over here on YouTube. Yeah, welcome back. Man, can you believe that crap? Yeah, multiple students and chaperones from Our Lady of the Rosary School in Greenville, South Carolina, were reportedly kicked out of the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum last month after a law firm said they were asked multiple times by employees to remove their pro-life hats. On January 20th, several of the students attended the March for Life in Washington, D.C. Afterwards, they visited the well-known museum. They broke up into smaller groups after um, after the march and decided to spend some of their free time going to dinner going to the museum. Yeah, so there it is, wow. Liberal bigots. But, if, like I said, if you had some outlandish liberal stuff on, or, hey, what if you were Antifa and you just had all black on and your hood? Could you still get in? I mean, that's a fair question, right? I mean, you can wear almost a full face mask. And if you have a hat on, if it's all black and nondescript, I guess that's okay, because that just signifies you're part of the Klan, the Antifa KKK Klan. Yeah, that's what they are. Antifa is pretty much the modern day KKKK. Yeah, so it's Antifa Cluckers, versus the constitutional patriots. It's pretty much where we're living at today. Don't forget tonight, Revolution Radio, 8 to 10 p.m. and on streaming live on YouTube somehow, some way. Even if I'm going to have I got my grease board I can put up, and we can talk about all of the people that conspired against Trump, and talk about all of the mainstream media failures. I mean, isn't that just absolute truth that we live with today? It's unfortunate, but yeah. Oh, man, I'm telling you, I'm looking at some of these pictures on some of these for from Turkey, and wow, um, it's crazy. Yep. Oh, there it is. Just what I didn't want to hear. Ah, yeah. Anyway, so eyes wide shut. I guess where we're at today. And let's see, where are we at? Let me get up here and get myself another song set. Whew. Wow, I'm gonna have to do something about that in a minute. Man, I'm telling you. Whew. Ah, but such is life, right? Yeah. Maybe we can find something. I'm sorry, guys. Between the live stream and this and that, my back's banking. So I'm, I'm achy. Yeah, I guess that's a good description. Achy, achy. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There we go. You got it. We'll play Revolution by the Beatles on Revolution Radio for a few seconds. Oh man, I'm telling you. Mm. Oh. I'm sorry, guys. I had to sit back for a second. Let's get back in my chair. Mm. Oh, okay, that's already here at the station. Yeehaw! Welcome back. It's the Revolution in the Morning Show. Here you go. Revolution, you know. Mm. Anyway, so I'm playing Beatles Revolution. Never, not a really good um, recording, but it gets the job done. Yes, we all want to change the world. Welcome back. It's Revolution Radio and streaming live on YouTube. So come on down and join us. Don't forget later this afternoon, after I get home and after I get all set up to do my other stream, however I'm going to do it, I'm going to do a 30-minute Rumble stream and try to catch up on news, information, and everything else and everywhere else that we are living with and experiencing today. Well, everybody and their brother has been in the media now, has been making these claims that, oh, well, this didn't happen just under Biden. It happened under several times under Trump. Now, it's alleged that General Mattis has said that he just wasn't aware of that. He was defense secretary. And, other people have said, well, we have never heard of this. So is the Biden administration just falsely gaslighting the American people? Um, after, NORAD, was really incompetent over the failure to spot Trump era Chinese spy balloons, right? The Biden administration came under fire last week by allowing a Chinese spy balloon to cross the entire U.S. before shooting it down off South Carolina. Anyway, evidently, You know, in response, the entire Trump administration's lack of knowledge of these incursions is a problem with Marjorie Taylor Greene on Monday called for a congressional investigation into why the U.S. intelligence community failed to inform the sitting administration of foreign spycraft transiting U.S. airspace. If it's true, the Pentagon purposely did not tell President Trump of Chinese spy balloons during his administration. Then we had a serious breach in command during the administration when what's his name, General Chumpy Chump, went to the Russians or went to the Chinese and said, I won't launch missiles or whatever if Trump tells me to. But anyway, remember John Bolton. John Bolton was in the White House. He said, as far as I know, every Trump administration official who has been asked has said they don't know anything about it, Bolton continued. Yeah, so John Bolton has said, man, this is a serious problem. If we in the administration didn't even know this was going on, what the hell else has the intelligence communities withheld? Yeah. And literally, there's no higher authority in the U.S. military than the president. And a spy balloon floating over the United States, not necessarily, a whatchamacallit in the sky, you call those damn things, a satellite up there up there near the firmament, as some people would say. God bless them. Meanwhile, CNN has alleged in April 2022, people report titled "People's Republic of China High Altitude Balloon," which found that Chinese sent spy balloons circumnavigated the globe in 2019 at an altitude of 65,000 feet, drifted past Hawaii and across Florida, and continuing its journey. The Air Force assessment said by CNN states that this balloon was launched and controlled by China in 2019. China has deployed multiple high altitude balloons that can operate from 65,000 to 325,000 feet for months at a time. And of course, it's not clear from the documents when the U.S. officials became aware of the flights and their assessment of essentially what are they really doing. There's also photographs of Chinese photographs from the Chinese people that how should I say, Chinese people, something one of their propaganda stuff, right? Literally showed these hypersonic or these missiles that were in the balloon vertically, so they would actually launch, they would be dropped, and then they would fire off and then fly off into their target wherever. And they literally had these high altitude balloons that were missile platforms that carried 6 missiles. Now 6 missiles can have probably anywhere from 2 to 7 to 12 nuclear warheads on each one. I mean, I don't know if that's an exaggeration, but I would think 2 to 3 warheads would not be unreasonable. And even if you had one massive warhead, I mean, if we haven't been able to see the effing balloons yet, what makes you think we'll be able to see them in the future? Yeah. Anyway, the where were we at here? Oh yeah. So even more balloons bursting as wow, Russiagate, vaccines, Ukraine, the peace deal. And if you didn't hear, the U.S. had smashed a peace deal, according to former Prime Minister, Israeli Prime Minister Bennett, claiming in April 22 the U.S. shot down a ceasefire along with Boris Johnson. So no peace in Ukraine. So it is what we're going to see is a wave of stagflation. Yes, listen, the prices are going to go up. The cost of living is going to go up, but it's very going to be very very tough to see a rise in your wages, just for the simple fact that we're heading into this inflationary spiral, and it's going to go like it's well, I should say it's going to go like this, up. It's going to yo-yo, but it's going to continually get higher. And you may think it's the old idea. See, and this is what they did. Remember, this is what they did, that Ben Bernanke advised the Japanese to do about stagflation in 1992, or somewhere in there. I mean, in the 1990s, Ben Bernanke said, "Man, you just got to pump and pump and pump and pump and pump, and you got to stimulate demand, and then you can, you once you stimulate enough aggregate demand, the economy will start to kick in. But you've got to feed it, feed it, feed it, and you got to give people more money. And when people feel they have more money, they spend more. They even 5 or 10 more bucks in the week. If you're honest about yourself, if you get 20 extra bucks a week, isn't it weird how sometimes you spend 30? I mean, you look at that extra money and then all of a sudden it kind of got stretched. I mean, let's be honest. And that's how a lot of this economic theory working is, people have a psychology, so they'll spend their money instead of saving it. But the problem is the amount of space between your well, let's just say your income up here, and then you have your expenses you take off, that you have to have immediately taken off, your major expenses. And then you have your expenses you'll have to you get until you have your next paycheck, or you're building a bank savings account, or whatever you're doing with money. And of course, you have your money, and then you always have some spendable income in there, in there somewhere. Many people do. They don't think about it, but a lot of our discretionary income comes in food choices that we make when we go to the grocery store, and what we say, that's something that we have to have. But anyway, what's happening is that this discretionary income that's available for people to use throughout different layers of the economic strata, of the income strata of the economy, it's gone. These people are, they're like this. They're trying to see through the little bit. Yeah, they're trying to see through the little bit of shit that they got left. Yeah, it's sheer crazy, isn't it? Anyway, so I hope y'all are having a great day. God bless you. But really, it's that silly that they're going to keep pumping money into the economy because they have no other idea. But it's not going to come down to me and you. The days of trickle down chump change are over. What we're going to see now is the trickle up poverty, and as the money magically, it seems to go up, and up. You know, the only thing that doesn't happen is it doesn't have a soul. Your money is soul is crap, and it doesn't. A magic light doesn't open, and it goes into the vortex. But yeah, it's crazy. It's idiocracy. It's the silliness of this existence. Yeah. Anyway, wow, it's 107, and we're in the morning where Paul was at 9 a.m. But wow. Anyway, so I hope y'all are doing well. We got about 12 minutes of the show left, and then, as I said, I'm going to wrap up the YouTube show right after that. I haven't clicked over to see the screen. Hey, all right, Nikki. Yeah, it's one of my biggest supporters, I have to say, up there in Pennsylvania. Yes, Bed Bath and Beyond shares collapsed after the last gasp of the $1 billion capital raise the money plan. Yeah, didn't work. They were hoping to avert a bankruptcy filing, but it has happened. The firm has gathered orders for enough investors to cover the full offering. Wow, according to people. But here's the thing: they have said, well, we don't know where the money's going to go. We don't even know if it's going to go into the company. It might just have to go to pay somebody else. Yeah, as detailed overnight, after soaring 130% at its highs of the day, bankruptish Bed Bath and Beyond missed interest payments on the bonds before it just pulled a Hertz announcing a plan to offer a series of convertible preferred stocks, raising over $1 billion. Why? Why? This is nothing but a continued fraud. Money that's being sucked in, maneuvered around. Somebody's winning, somebody's losing their ass, and in the end, it really doesn't help the economy. And the problem is there are too many Bed Bath and Beyonds. They're the blockbusted. They're the MySpace. It's crazy, but it's the truth. They're the FTXs of society, where it's just a money grubbing scam, and people are on the top of the tier. They get rich. Federal loan officers are painting dire picture for loan standards approaching record tightness as loan demand plummets. Last week, when looking at the most senior loan officer opinion survey held by the Fed, we noted the surge in revolving credit had not gone unnoticed by lenders. The bank lending notices, though, shows significant tightening on lending standards for commercial mortgage and credit card loans. So um, you're looking at tightening of people who can qualify for this stuff. And of course, the bankers are making money out of thin air. They literally have 10% or sometimes nothing of the money that they essentially give you on a loan or a credit. Let's see, since we got the last few minutes up, yep, we talked about the stagflation. Yes, here's a quick wrap up. Turkey is more than 5,000 dead. Rescue work literally has been going on since the quake happened, but we're being able to get more people on the ground, more equipment, and a better accounting of the death. 20,534 now officially listed as injured. And let's see, 3,419 confirmed deaths in Turkey and 1,602 confirmed dead in Syria, putting it over 5,000. And the World Health Organization indicated the death toll in both countries could surpass 10,000 and go as high as 20,000. But we really, such an early stage of this recovery. Now, here's another thing, okay? Here is something else that you may or may not think about. It's winter. It's not the summer. It's ice. It's snow. Housing has been collapsed for hundreds of thousands of people. Can they stay warm enough not to die? Can they literally beat the odds and not get some kind of disease because they were not sanitary and the water wasn't potable? um, yeah, I mean, you have to ask that question, really. I mean, isn't that the honest truth that you have to ask yourself? Wow. Newborn saved after mother gives birth under the rubble. Wow. Jails collapse, prisoners escape, ISIS prisoners. Wow. So the next pandemic is being set, and scientists said, we're afraid of the bird flu. We were afraid of the bird flu. Yes, imagine that. So U.S. warship operates in the Black Sea in the first instance since literally the invasion of Ukraine last year. UN chief fears the world is headed towards a World War III. Walking with wide eyes shut, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres warned on Monday in a speech delivered before the 193-member UN General Assembly that the world is headed towards a wider war in Ukraine due to the ever-increasing risk of escalation. Well, the United States started it back in the 1980s when they lied to Mikhail Gorbachev, when they lied to everybody and said, oh, yeah, sure, we'll let the Iron Curtain countries alone. We won't essentially, recruit them and manufacture them to become socialized states of the West. But they did, didn't they? I mean, Ukraine was the last straw that broke the camel's back. Well, actually, that was the last straw, was Ukraine. The straw that broke the camel's back was the Kazakhstan attempted overthrow in January of 2022 by the United States government, the CIA, the U.S. aid, that fomented and attempted to overthrow the government of Kazakhstan, literally putting out a second front like Ukraine on the southern border of Russia. During negotiations, the West attacked. How can the Russians even think about trusting anything that the West does in any honest way? And the world at the UN hasn't said shit to the United States of America. Germany just goes along like they're got, a bull ring through their chin or cheek or their snot ring, I mean, really. Isn't it time to cut the puppet cords of all of these nations? Isn't it time that the United States is in such dire financial straits and debt that we just have to stop the foreign welfare? And as soon as the foreign welfare stops going everywhere around the world, including Israel, I'm not saying to boycott Israel. I'm saying to end all subsidies to all countries around the world because they really don't know where they stand. It doesn't matter if it's the people in Israel, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Iraq, Iran, China, the Philippines, Japan, Micronesia, Australia, take your pick. Until the United States of America quits being the pimp of the world, doling out Uncle Sam big bucks to everybody who will sign on. And then trying to figure out a way, well, here, take this 20 million here, 10 million there, 5 million here, 6 million there for this, for farming. Yeah, just do organic farming. And you know, it's just like kind of the New World Order shit, right? They buy their way in, they destroy your economy, and then they essentially own you. And that's the problem, isn't it? They don't want people to be free. They want people to have limited thinking ability. They want people that will acquiesce to their idiosyncrasy and idiotic demands. Yeah. They don't even know it. They've created their own, how do you say that? Thucydides trap. Yeah, they've created their own. They've created their own cycle of destruction that they will essentially be the snake that devours its own tail because it has become the corrupted animal that it is. God bless. Good day, everybody over there on Revolution Radio. We'll see you tonight, 8 to 10 p.m. And hey, everybody over here on YouTube, thanks for coming down and visiting and being with me today. Yes, hey, it's mini memes. Hey, I hope y'all are doing well. So, yep, okay. We're heading out the door here in just a minute. God bless you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Good day. God bless. Good day. And good luck.